Welcome to the FCPS Twice Exceptional Learners Handbook and website overview. I am Kirsten Maloney, Coordinator of Advanced Academic Programs in the Instructional Services Department.
And I'm Mike Bloom, Acting Director of Special Education Instruction. We are excited to introduce you to some new resources developed to provide schools and families with insight and guidance associated with the identification, instruction, and social-emotional wellness of a special population of students, twice exceptional or 2E learners.
Twice exceptional learners are students who are exceptional in two ways. They have an exceptional ability to think, reason, and problem solve at very high levels, and they also have exceptional learning challenges due to cognitive, physical, behavioral, or emotional disabilities. Their disability requires specialized instruction or accommodations in order for their potential to be realized. Let's listen to some voices of 2E students who have a message for their teachers.
Dear teacher, I know it doesn't always seem like it, but I really do want to listen and learn.
It's just my brain is kind of different. So this is what I'd like you to know about me. I have to move, or I really can't pay attention.
Even though I'm not looking at you, I can still listen to what you're saying.
If you tell me, sit up straight, now I have to use all of my brain to do just that.
It makes me feel sad when you tell me to try harder, even though I've already tried as hard as I can.
I actually listen better when I'm rocking in my chair. When you give me a bunch of directions, I start to think I will never remember all of this. Sometimes my mom or dad ends up doing all of my homework. So here's how you could maybe help. Let me get up and move while I'm learning.
Let me look wherever I want when you talk to me.
Let me rock or slouch in my chair.
No matter what, please don't take away my recess. Give me help I could do all by myself. Make directions very short.
Just ask me, what does your brain need right now?
And one more thing. My brain might be different than yours, but it's still amazing.
Sincerely, your student.
You're a student.
Your student. Your student.
FCPS believes that each student is entitled to an excellent education that meets their individual needs through evidence-based identification processes, interventions, and instructional practices. 2E students are unique in that they have both advanced academic and special education needs. We believe that common understanding of what it means to be twice exceptional and partnerships among students, parents, and educators are crucial to the success of 2E students.
FCPS embraces a student-centered, strengths-based approach to educating all students. For 2E learners, the focus is on addressing the students' strengths while also supporting their unique learning challenges. The FCPS model of gifted services focuses on talent development through a continuum of services that allow multiple access points for all students to develop potential and receive differentiated instruction matched to their learning profile.
The content in the handbook reflects a division-wide commitment to effectively address the needs of 2E learners through a model of shared understanding, responsibility, and collaboration among families and school staff. The handbook is organized into 4 parts: an overview of 2E learners, school resources, information for students and their families, and additional resources. We would like to share with you some highlights from each part.
In Part 1, Overview of 2E Learners, you will learn about the FCPS philosophy and policies related to 2E students, which states, in FCPS, students may participate in advanced academic programs and courses and receive accommodations, specialized instruction, modifications, and/or services through special education programs or 504 plans. These supports may take place in a variety of academic settings based on the needs of the students.
The section, Who are 2E learners, describes potential strengths and challenges of twice exceptional students, and further explains that they are at risk of being unidentified and underserved because one exceptionality may hide or mask the other. This section also provides information about the identification process for advanced academics, IEPs, and 504 plans.
Part of understanding 2E learners includes knowing about some common misconceptions. We think you'll want to read these and possibly have some conversations at your school about them. Unaddressed, these misconceptions may prevent 2E students access to appropriate learning experiences and necessary supports required for academic success and social-emotional wellness.
Part 2 of the handbook contains information for schools about best practices for instruction, accommodations, assistive technology, Section 504 plans, special education services, interventions and specialized supports, and disability-specific information. We recommend you become familiar with the state and federal legislation in place that protects the rights of 2E students. The handbook includes information about the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act, IDEA, Section 504 of the Rehabilitation Act of 1973, and Virginia regulations governing education services for gifted students.
We can't stress enough that 2E students need a strengths-focused, duly differentiated instruction that supports both academic success and social-emotional well-being. This often includes providing them with accommodations, which are practices and supports provided to help a student access the curriculum and validly demonstrate learning.
There are many assistive technologies available to support access to the curriculum and increase capabilities for students with reading, math, writing, and organizational difficulties. IEP and 504 plans reflect the unique needs of students. They include accommodations, modifications, and/or services necessary for the student to have an equal opportunity to access programs and activities.
FCPS offers a number of research-based, specialized programs for students who require targeted or intensive intervention with reading, math, executive functioning, and social-emotional needs. The handbook describes 4 categories of disabilities, including examples of how each disability may interfere with learning.
Part 3 of the handbook provides information about social-emotional impacts. 2E students may worry excessively about disappointing teachers and parents due to their inconsistent performance, may doubt their own abilities, and may disengage from school if they're not performing to their potential. This is where self-advocacy and student voice comes into focus. This section explains the importance of teaching students the skills needed to understand themselves and to speak up for their needs. The Family and Schools as Partners section emphasizes the need for effective school partnerships. This includes recognizing the expertise of the students' families and teachers as they partner together to meet students' needs.
Part 4 of the handbook provides school-based and central office points of contact available to support families and staff. Several web-based resources, online communities, and book resources are provided for further exploration. Printable resources linked in the handbook and on the website are available on the following topics: supporting social-emotional needs of 2E learners, strategies to support homework and classwork, supporting 2E students with autism spectrum disorder, school-to-home communication tips, characteristics of 2E learners, and school-based intervention programs for behavior and wellness. To access the FCPS Twice Exceptional Handbook and additional resources, go to fcps.edu and search 2E.
We recognize that 2E students' learning and behavior profiles are complex and that schools are dedicated to helping them access a high-quality education. This handbook is one resource available to both schools and families to provide information and guidance. The Instructional Services Department and the Department of Special Services collaborate regularly to provide professional learning opportunities and resources and work closely together to support schools and families when concerns arise.
Thank you for taking the time to learn about this valuable resource. We hope you will keep it close at hand as you continue to provide the best support for our twice exceptional learners in FCPS.